Today we're going to talk about how to convert rates into different units using primarily dimensional analysis, because that's an easy way to get rid of old units and make them into new units that we're looking for. So you'll see here I've got a little conversion chart. This same chart is also linked on the reference sheet you'll see over here. Okay, so if you're looking for any kind of conversions that you may need, these are the same conversions that are given to you on any New York State Regents exam for math. So all things that you can know and be given, I should say. So for this 34 feet per second into miles per hour, I'm going to start with the 34. And this is feet per 1 second. And the goal is to get that into miles per hour. So miles over hours. So we have to get rid of the number of feet in seconds, and we have to convert those units into miles in hours. So dimensional analysis takes care of that for us by multiplying by something that's equal to 1. So we have to know some conversions here, as you can see up here, that are all equal. So for example, if you want to get from feet into miles, we have to know that 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. That way you can say, well, let's put 1 mile here and 5,280 feet here, and you'll see why this is wrong. What would happen is you would get feet times feet, feet squared, divided by miles, and that's not very helpful. What we want instead is the opposite. We want that flipped. The reciprocal, I should say. So 1 mile should be up top, and 5,280 feet should be on the bottom. And what this does is the feet, one at the top and one at the bottom, will cancel out, and you're left with just the miles that we're looking for. So that's why we want to use this. And also, this fraction is equal to 1, because 1 mile equals 5,280 feet. So multiplying by doesn't actually change the value, it'll just change the units. The number will also change, but it's equal to what we started with, the 34 feet per 1 second. So there's our first conversion ratio we're going to use, and that'll get us to miles. We want to also get to seconds. So we have to know, or I'm sorry, to hours. We know that 1 minute, hopefully you know this one, is 60 seconds, and also 1 hour is 60 minutes. So we can use those two to make 2 more ratios here. So I'm going to do that here. So I'm going to do times, I want to get rid of the seconds in the bottom, so I'm going to put the seconds up top. So 60 seconds in 1 minute. And then I'll get rid of the seconds. And then to get rid of minutes, very similarly, 60 minutes over 1 hour. And the only units that are left are the miles per hour, which is what we were looking for. Now to find the actual number, we're going to just simply multiply across the numerators, multiply across the denominators. Again, all the units that are crossed off are not actually there anymore. So it's just the numbers that are left. I'm going to put my calculator back up on the side here. So I'm going to multiply the 34 times the 1 times the 60 times the 60, just multiplying right across the top right here. So 34 times 1, I'm going to skip that part, times 60 times 60 will be the numerator of this new rate. So 122,400, what was the unit left? Miles left up top. And on the bottom, there's just 1 times 5,280 times 1 times 1. So it's just that divided by 5,280 hours are left. So this is how many miles per hour. The only thing is it's not very, very simple. So I'm going to divide that number we just got. I thought that would work, and it didn't. I'm going to try again. There we go. So that 122,400 divided by 5,280, and we get, kind of a rough number there in terms of a decimal, which is not really a big deal. I want to make sure I did everything right, though. 5,280. Yeah, I think I'm good. And that would be the number, I'm going to call it about 23.18 about. That would be the number of feet. I'm sorry, this is miles per hour. I'm converting back to the wrong one. Miles per hour, or we can call it, of course, MPH. I'm going to guess that I did a little bit different rounding. Oh, no, it is the same rounding. I just showed more digits there. 23.1818. I used just 0.18. So there we have it. That's how you convert between feet per second and miles per hour using dimensional analysis. I'm going to show one more example like that. Let's go into one that's a little bit trickier. That one's not too bad. This one's pretty good. So 28 meters per second into kilometers per hour. So the nice thing about kilometers and meters is it's a really easy conversion. 1 kilometer means 1,000 meters. Kilo means 1,000. So the K there just basically makes it 1,000 times bigger. So that's pretty easy to convert between. And then you could also say here, we know that 1 minute is 60 seconds and 1 hour is 60 minutes. So we could have used our work from before and say 1 hour is 60 times 60 seconds, right? Because 1 hour is 60 minutes, each minute is 60 seconds. Simply multiply those two, and that's how many seconds are an hour. So I'm going to use that new relationship here to make our work a little bit faster to get from meters per second right to kilometers per hour. So I'm going to do one of my ratios here. So I want to get rid of the meters. So I'm going to put meters in the bottom. So let those two cancel. And that's for 1 kilometer. I want to get rid of my seconds. So I'm going to put the 3,600 seconds up top divided by 1 hour. Seconds are gone. So again, you'll see all that's left is kilometers per hour, which is what we're looking for. So now simply multiply across the numerators. 28 times 1 times 3,600. Again, I'm going to skip the times 1. And that's how many kilometers divided by just 1,000. 1,000, and that's hours. Now, dividing by 1,000 is pretty easy. Just move the decimal in a few times. So it should be 100.8 kilometers per hour. If you don't believe me, you can always just, type it into a calculator. Make sure I know how to divide by 1,000, and look, looks like I do.